That is a terrible hey.
Well,
Hey.
it was a day. It was a day.
I
So
think
that's
all of us have had long days today,
Long days,
busy
all of
days.
us.
Would agree with that.
This is becoming the norm where I work at now. Like overload of picking up other people's work because people are not in. And don't get me wrong, if you are out and you're ill and stuff, everybody should participate. But then you gotta come home and start part two and part three.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say a part two and a part three, because it's never when you get off of work. I don't know about y'all, but it's never when I get off work I have to stop and say, let me sit down and eat me a piece of chicken and look at the TV, take my
and
shower and
sit
go
on
get
the
in the
porch. And sit
bed.
on the porch.
Let's sit on
Yeah,
the porch.
sit on the
Sit on
porch.
Exactly.
And
the
actually
porch.
sitting on the porch is very relaxing to me, because if something I'm doing something for somebody or something that needs to be done. I mean, I got like an internal checklist that I must meet every single day. I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this before I go to bed. So I don't know if y'all live like that too, but this is just a good way to segue into our topic tonight, because this is a good question I want to ask y'all. Are we too busy living? I'm not, let me rephrase that. Are we too busy living? Not, that's not sound right. Ugh. What I'm trying to say is, are we too busy living life to live? Y'all shaking your head. That means that y'all can
Um,
relate.
I, yeah, are we too busy living life to enjoy life?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and so I think the answer to that is, for me, 85% of the time, yes.
And Chauncey, what makes you feel like you're spending majority of your time doing, I guess, necessary things instead of doing the things that you would desire to do? That's a good way to put it.
Okay, well, we're all working women, so
Mhm,
we're in the position where we have to work, or we
Mhm.
want to work.
Mhm.
And so when you couple that in and wanting to do a good job
mhm.
at the careers that we have, because I think with each of us, we have careers as opposed to just a job, because there is a difference.
Yeah,
Uh, when you
yeah.
look at that, we are African American women. We have been taught and raised to also have multiple streams of income, which means that outside of that job, we have another job or two or three. So that means that we're putting efforts into other things. If we have that spiritual life or that religious life, then we have that aspect of our lives. And then we have our families and our responsibilities at home, as parents and grandparents and spouses. When you look at all of that, that's a lot, right?
Mhm.
And then
Mhm.
you try to figure out if there are enough hours in the day to do everything it is that you need to do. And I think that even if we're doing something, or for me at least, when I'm doing things that even I enjoy, that other stuff sometimes seems to creep in, and I'm struggling with finding that work life balance sometimes. And then when you add in helping people because they're in need, sometimes I have compassion fatigue. I'll be perfectly honest. So, yeah, when you look at all of that, sometimes I'm too busy living life to enjoy life.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's
I
what
make
you
an
think.
effort because I'm joyful. Don't get me wrong.
I
Y'all know
always
my
say that. I'm always saying that. I'm joyful.
always joyful, even if I'm sad.
Mhm.
There's been some loss in my life in the last month. People that I truly care about, people I've known a long time, and even family members. And so it's been a season of loss. So when you couple that
Yeah,
in,
me too.
still have to live life and keep on going. It's like you don't even have time to just sit down and put it all together.
And
So
woosah.
woosah.
So Les, what you think?
I was gonna say all of those things. And then on top of that, I find myself be, being very deliberate on what I do. And I would love to have fun. I would love to be out there. But because of the work and the morals and the standards and the walk of life you're trying to do, you spend a lot of time going, probably shouldn't jump out that plane because this will happen, that'll happen, this will happen, that'll happen. I just want to, have a day when I have wine and be irresponsible, but got to do the bills, got to do the laundry, it's so much to do. You don't even have time. It's just not even worth it. Like, let me just go to bed and be on time for work and cook the dinner, and you find yourself always making, at least me, making excuses not to have the fun. I'm gonna say fun.
Yeah, I agree. What do you say, Keisha?
I think you ladies are absolutely correct. We are busy, and I know for me, we're kind of busy to doing the not being able to do the fun things that we want to do or should do. And I think we go through cycles or seasons. So sometimes, like, I'm an educator, so I'm very, very busy at the beginning of the year, and it's always something extra to do. And then as we get into the groove of things, you kind of develop systems. You put systems in place that you can kind of coast through or have things that's not so stressful. Yeah, and I find myself really, to help with being busy, I've found the art of no. When I can't do something, no. And then I want to say, and then I don't say yes to a lot of things as far as fun stuff, but then sometimes I'll say, yes, I think I need to do that. Just like recently we went to a concert, went to a wedding, but went to a concert, 50th hip hop. And I was very, very tired. And usually I was like, I don't want to do that because I'm tired. Even though I love going to concerts. That's my favorite thing to do. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm tired, but I'm gonna make this fun. I'm gonna have, make this memory with family and have a good time. But yes, we do. I think at times, unfortunately, some people don't have the option, especially if you working, going to school, or have very young kids. We've all been through that where you just sleep deprived all the time. You're just constantly busy, 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 busy till you can't find things to enjoy yourself. So, but short answer, yes, I think we do suffer from that. Yeah.
I think you answered my follow-up question. What can
Oh,
we
I'm sorry.
do to make a change in that? I can just say, I'll just talk briefly because I want to hear from you guys. I think that saying no, like you said, Keisha, saying no to a lot of things, like some things that I do is I'm not gonna say unnecessary, but because I have like this controlling behavior, I'll say I do. I have a controlling behavior.
I do.
And because of that, I always think proactively. So thinking proactively can make me have additional responsibilities before it even occur. Because I'm always going to map something out before I get there, just in case it go left, but I already made my plan for the right, So I think really looking at it and having faith, because I saw this earlier actually, and I heard this with my prayer group we have in the morning, that some things you just have to depend on God's grace and mercy over your direction, and stop trying to overextend because you're not taking that into consideration. But that's just me, and I know that I really want to work on this. And like what you said, Keisha, seasons, like I'm getting ready to go into the first quarter for work, and that's always where things just die down and I can get extra things done. But what I do all the time, I then load up on all these trainings and say I want to hurry up and get it done because I know they're going to ask me to do this in the spring. You know what I mean? And that may not happen. But you know how that's just overkill in my mind. Just let me hurry up. Because somebody even asked me, do you always feel like you have to be busy? And I was like, yeah, because I have guilt when I'm like, I just want to stay and rest, or I just want to go and do something for myself. And I have to do better in that because, it's not healthy and it's not good for me. So, let's see.
So I think one of the things we can do, I was just talking to the wellness coach, shout out to the jobs that offer that service.
Mhm.
I my wellness coach, once a month. And one of the things I decided to do was similar to what Celeste was saying, is being deliberate about my time. Um, I spend time relaxing in my own way. However, it keeps me from going to bed early at night, right? Because I'm so used to when the kids were small, the nighttime was my time.
Good
That
time.
was my
Yeah.
time. You know what I mean? 10 o'clock is when
Right.
mommy time really started. 9 o'clock was mommy time, but 10 o'clock is when it really started because now nobody's getting up because they want to drink a water and I got to go to the bathroom and fighting to sleep. So I got really accustomed for many years to at 10 o'clock doing all the things that I needed to do. I still do that in a way now because now I'm relaxing. It doesn't matter if I'm playing a game on my phone or whatever it is. I'm finding that time to unwind before I go to bed. So I could read a book, play the game, whatever it is, that's what I'm doing. However, I need to be more deliberate about some of the time that I am spending. And so that's what I find that means I probably need to rise a little bit earlier than what I do. Um, I work from the office 2 days a week normally, but I've been so busy with work that I don't have the time to sit in traffic to even go to the office. It's
Ooh.
easy for me to get out of bed, wash my face, brush my teeth, put my clothes on, and sit at that computer and put that time in because I don't have the 3 hours. If you add an hour and 15 minutes going to the office and getting settled, and then an hour and a half to get back home and all, that's 3 hours. I could be getting this work done. You see what I mean? I want to be a responsible team member. If I want to be a responsible employee, then I have to look at what's the best way to be able to do that. Coming into our busy season, which is my fourth quarter, right? So I think being more intentional about what it is that we want to do. I'm home all day with my husband now that he's retired, but I'm working and he's not. So then now, he's looking at it like, well, you've been on that computer all day. Now you're ready to do this. Now you're record. Now you're ready to do this. I don't get no. So I have to figure that out. I have to come up with that balance, So I'm being intentional about it. And so I have my journal. And my goal is to wake up earlier in the morning, have my prayer in the morning, write down what I want to get done for the day. And y'all know I'm used to having an app, right? So now I'm going to put it in my journal and then do it that way.
Celeste.
So I'm not saying I'm perfect at it, but I'm much better at saying no. I've been practicing. It was really bad at one time. I would say no to everything just so I could practice, but I've gotten it balanced now. So I want, no, really, I had to go hard. Like, no, screaming it so I could hear. But now I can do it. I'm intentional with a lot of things, but what I need to work on is saying yes. Yes, I want to go on that cruise. Yes, I want to go to the spa. Yes, I don't want to be responsible today. I'm going to go and look, I'm tired of accumulating sick days and never using them because everybody needs me at work. And no, you need me
You
to
are
be
so
whole.
right.
I need to go.
And
That's
So I'm going to
big
say
no
yes.
right there. That's
Yeah.
a big
mental
no.
health day is a sick day and not a PTO day. So definitely if they're separate for you, you just
Exactly. I mean, even when I do take 2 hours and I use the time, I'm catching up. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that anymore. Today I left work on time because I had to be here and I put myself first. And I was like, dude, I've got to go. Yes, I'm going to go on the porch and hang out with my girls. Yes,
That's
that's
right.
what I'm going to do. So I'm going to practice that more and stop feeling guilty because I say if I leave, I'm a caregiver. But my person that I give care to, she can take care of herself. I need to go. Yes, I need a moment. I'll be back. Do like you, go sit outside and read a book or something.
Keisha, you want to visit that?
Right. So what I do is I really replenish myself on the weekend. I practice doing absolutely nothing.
Girl, go.
Nothing. But catch up on whatever I want to watch on YouTube or my shows, absolutely nothing.
awesome.
And also, what I do on the weekday is that, well, I do a lot of prep. I'm like Kim. I like to, forethink and do a lot of prepping. But I put on, I'm a person, I love music. So I wake up with a song every day. And I have to listen to that song, and I have to listen to certain music going to work. It's fun. And that puts me in, like, if I'm hyped and I got a lot to do, then I put some hardcore rap on. If I feel like I feel like I got some problems, then I'm gonna put God is in control on. So it just depends, but I'm always, it's music. And then while music is going, I'm actually thinking about processes and things that I have to do and laying out the foundation. So by the time that 30-minute drive to work, 28 minutes, I've gotten it all laid out of what I need to do, or the thoughts and where my day is going. But I definitely replenish myself. And so I'm going to practice more on saying yes to some more activities. And actually at the end of the year, end of the school year, maybe I shouldn't say that, but I just say one week I went to Miami, the next week I was in Vegas, in Arizona. I was like, oh, forget it. But my work was done. But I was like, oh no, I'm gonna take some time for me. Nope. Replenishing myself. And I did not feel guilty.
All right now.
I
Now,
think
Kim,
I think it's the
how
key.
about you with all your coins and stuff in the fire? What about you?
Who, me?
Yes, you. Yes, you.
I promised myself this year, actually, Chauncey, that I was going to take the trip that I wanted to take, where I'm trying to go with my friends to Greece. And because every year, and Chauncey, I said this to you because I know you going to Greece and you always travel. But this year I did a couple things, but it was actually for work. And I'm like, I cannot do that. I was looking at my time at work. I got time, use or lose time sitting there, because like 6 weeks of vacation sitting there, because because like I always find something else to do, but I put, work as the top priority. And well, I have a whole bunch of top priorities. That's probably the problem. There's a whole bunch of them, but some of them priorities is going to be shifted to secondary, and I have to do more things that I want to do. Like, when I think about the times we get together, that's like a break for me. You know what I mean? Truly, it's a break for me. And I just need to do better. And I hope this year we get to take a girls trip too, so we can just let our hair down and just relax, because tomorrow is not promised to anybody. That's the big thing. You can be running like a lab rat and for nothing. And
there's always someone to fill, especially when it comes to work. There's someone who will fill.
Oh, most definitely. I seen that when I worked at the phone company. Lady had died, and she was out. First she would not leave work. She was coming in there with her. I don't know if you was there, Celeste, with her bag hooked to her on the thing, rolling in, and I was like, yo, you should be home. Still would not go home. Fell out in the parking lot one day and died 2 days later. Her family came up. They was like saying, oh, she's an awesome worker. We're going to miss her. I swear to God, this is not a lie. Them kids was walking out the door with the box with their mama stuff. And they had already told this person, hey, move your stuff over in there in that desk.
Clean off your desk as soon as you leave. Yeah.
And I said, oh my God, if that don't teach you to
Can
not,
I tell you
I ain't saying go to work and be an asshole and don't do nothing. I'm just saying, go to work and take work for what it is. Because you don't own that, believe me so.
This other company I worked at, the lady was a temp. She came in, laid her head on the desk. Everybody walked past her all day, didn't know she was dead.
Oh, heck no.
So it's like, she's laying down. Wow, what's she doing? That lady died sitting at the desk. So it's a reminder that you just got to put a pause on it sometimes.
Yeah, take care of yourself, because nobody else gonna do that. And that's so that's the gist of this episode. Take care of yourself.
And staycations. I was never do a staycation. I did one for the first time last year, and it was like,
because you got to reset. You have to reset. You have to reset. And one thing I wanted to say about Chauncey, when you say go to bed at a certain time, I have changed my whole model about that. I am now Keisha, because I'm going to wrap this up. When I tell you, and I think y'all know, because sometimes y'all see me send a message in the morning, it's 5 something in the morning, and I'm up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I'm going to bed no later
Good
than
for you.
8:30. I'm going to bed. If you send something, I'm
Wow.
not ignoring you. Y'all can't
Yeah,
tell me.
I'm
I'm
asleep.
in the bed.
I'm gonna
in the
tell you, I'm
bed.
asleep.
Nobody can
8:30.
talk to me. And you know, me
I
and my
even
brother
took
is
my
like
bath at
this.
8:30.
We like, me and my brother like this. And guess what? He want me to look at the Phillies game late at night, and he be sending me messages. When the next morning I be like, I told you I'm going to bed. He be like, I better try to do
One
better. I
day.
said, yes, you better, because I'm going to bed and I feel great getting up in the morning. I'm not gonna lie. But great episode, ladies. And joining me tonight is
It's your girl Celeste, and don't forget, this is perfect, y'all. You ready?
I'm
Taking
ready.
care of oneself is not selfish. It's necessary.
That's right.
This is your girl Chauncey. Do all the good that you can in all the ways that you can for it, absolutely as long as you can.
Amen.
This is your girl Keisha. If you want less stress, stay out of other people's mess.
And I'm your girl Kimmy. And join us every week when we drop a new episode on Wednesday. And have a wonderful week on purpose. And we'll see you then. Take care.